we're set.
Okay, everybody, if you're not sure what to do right now, maybe just fiddle with some knobs, try to look busy.
This is You Don't Know Jack 2015. I'm your host, Cookie Masterson. And hey, wipe that smile off your face. This is serious. Okay, just kidding. There will be farts and stuff. Hello, you two. Try not to make each other cry, okay? Handle those screws carefully. If you think an opponent doesn't know the answer, hit your screw button and you'll force them to answer immediately. If they miss it, you win big. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
the San Francisco Otter Choir. Free concerts every Wednesday, except for mating season.
Sniff out our sponsor's wrong answer of the game and you'll end up with a great prize and serious cash. Okay, what are we waiting for?
Get ready, time for question 1.
Right off the top, bootyful. Let's analyze one of Kim Kardashian's body parts. About what percentage of Kim Kardashian's brain is just made up of water? 10%, 40%, 80%, or 100%? Players 1 and 2. Kim Kardashian's brain, and everybody else's brain for that matter, is made up of about 80% water. But that other 20% is just so round and firm, I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh, Mama gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Take a good look at. His acting is alright. So, you know how they called Matthew McConaughey's resurgence as an actor his McConaissance? Well, if Matthew McConaughey is currently experiencing a McConaissance, then what period of his life just ended? Player 2, you've been screwed. You got 5 seconds. Ow. That's how you screw player 1. You want even more cash? Player 1. The Renaissance first occurred in Italy in the late 14th century, immediately following the Middle Ages. So the McConaissance would follow the McCona Middle Ages. Which is funny because most Renaissance sculptures also need to put on a damn shirt.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Pucker up for. Brought to you by the letter U, Unibrow.
It's the put the choices into order, then buzz in and see if you are right. Question.
And if you get this one right, I'll rustle up some extra moolah for you. Arrange these Sesame Street characters in order of fewest to most eyebrows. Bert, Ernie, the Count. Ernie, Bert, the Count. Bert, players 1 and 2. Ernie has no eyebrows at all, Bert has 1 long single eyebrow, and the Count has 2 eyebrows! 1 grand bonus to each of you for getting that one. And yet, none of them have ever blinked. Take a stab at Duck, Duck, Swan. Say the cast of Duck Dynasty attends a performance of Swan Lake and thinks there are real waterfowl on stage. In their confusion, which character would they most likely shoot? Siegfried, Benno, Von Rothbart, or Odette? Players 1 and 2. Odette is a princess who has been turned into a swan, so the Duck Dynasty crew would probably fill her full of lead. Especially if they find out she once fooled around with a lady swan in college.
5 fingers.
Open wide for the man in the backwards yellow hat, and it's a dis or dat. Player 2. Your score is the lowest, so why don't you play this this or that? I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one, you tell me if it's an alleged antic by pop star Justin Bieber, or an antic by the classic children's book character Curious George. If it's Justin Bieber, press the square button. If it's Curious George, press the circle button. Player 1. Select your answer before player 2, because if you get it right and player 2 gets it wrong, you get that cash. Okay, we're off. Peed in a mop. Broke his leg falling. Arrested for falsely. At the house. Got high on ether. Fed a bugle to an ostrich. Went to a Brazilian brothel. You were a couple of bananas short of a bunch. I think we can all agree that it's time for that little bastard to get deported. And then it's your turn, Bieber. We've finished round 1. Keep in mind, all the prizes are doubled in round 2. And don't forget, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer of the game. Let's see what's in store. Up next, Dumber and Dumberer 2. So, there's Dumb and Dumber, and then there was Dumb and Dumberer, and then Dumb and Dumber 2. Makes perfect sense. Now, going back a few decades, there was The Odd Couple and The Odd Couple 2. So, if another remake of The Odd Couple used the superlative adjective, it would be called The Blank Couple. Odd, odder, oddest, or odderest. Players 1 and 2. Odd is the adjective, odder is the comparative adjective, and oddest is the superlative adjective. But of course, everyone who made the original Odd Couple movies is dead, which means it's the perfect time for Rob Schneider to swoop in and revitalize the franchise.
Question 7. Get up and shake your monkey bang.
I call this one, Let It Go, Let It Go, Let It Go. At which temperature would Olaf from the movie Frozen melt and die? 30 degrees Kelvin, 30 degrees. Players 1 and 2. 30 degrees is below freezing in Fahrenheit and insanely below freezing in Kelvin and Rankine. But it's pretty balmy in Celsius, about the equivalent of 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And I know, blah, 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 he can magically be saved, but I'm talking about what would happen in the real world to a talking snowman.
Follow me down to the sea.
Next, Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus?
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
First spotted in 1879. Kangaroo, Peanuts, Albert Einstein. Players 1 and 2. Albert Einstein was first spotted in 1879, the year he was born. Probably by a midwife or something, over a century after Uranus was discovered and even longer after kangaroos and peanuts. I've heard baby Einstein cried a lot because he left behind some important equations on the uterine wall. Why not try wine or lose? If the Washington Redskins rebranded themselves with a non-offensive red-skinned mascot, what could they be called? The Washington Chardonnays, the Washington Malbecs, the Washington Pinot Blancs, or the Players 1 and 2? Chardonnays, Pinot Blancs, and Rieslings are all white-skinned grapes, but the Malbec grape is red. Although to a connoisseur like myself, Malbec is very offensive. Oh yes, I do say that was quite a burn. This one's called, I Wanna Lick and Roll All Night. If Kiss singer Gene Simmons' tongue grew to the average length of an adult giraffe's, how deep into a woman's mouth could he stick it when he kissed her? About 5 inches deep, about Players 1 and 2? An adult giraffe's tongue is on average about 18 to 20 inches long, so that's about how deep into a woman's mouth a giraffe-tongued Gene Simmons could stick it. And if Gene Simmons' neck grew to the length of an adult giraffe's, he may not even need women anymore. Brace yourself for the attack. When you see two clues that match, press the X button. $2,000 if you're right, but if you're wrong, you lose $2,000. And most importantly,
remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Your house is made of what? What materials are their houses made from? Good luck. Takes it! Player one, I could give you some praise for that solid victory, but I'd rather give you this.
You don't know Jack!
No matter who you are, you have dreams.
I want to be an astronaut.
I want to be a doctor.
A dinosaur. And Angie.
Hi, I'm your host, Cookie Masterson, or as I was known in high school, The Streak. Okay, you two, I want a classy game, no punching each other. Let's do this. This is round one, and that means you get 500 points for fooling your opponent with your made-up answer, and you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Select a category. Okay, here's your first question. In 2009, as part of a protest over unpaid wages, a Serbian union official ate his blank. Now use your device to type a lie that might fool your opponent into believing it. If you get stuck, for half the points you can use the help button and get a suggestion. Do it now! Hurry up! Okay, here are your choices. Find the truth and enter it on your device. Okay, what did everyone pick? And look what we have here. Now, maybe a better negotiating tactic would have been to eat their fingers. And that means this lie didn't get picked. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. Although common today, a blank was such a status symbol in 18th century England that you could rent one for a night in order to show it off at a party. Enter your lies now. Hurry! Hit the lie for me button if you can't think of something. Okay, here you go. Find the truth. All right, let's see what everybody picked. And nobody picked the other lies up there. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. There are high-tech bins in Mexico City parks which, when you fill them with dog poop, reward you with free blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Okay, let's take a look. Sadly, the poop for Wi-Fi model still does not apply at airports. And that means... This is round 2, which means all point values are doubled. Exciting. Select a category. Okay, here's the question. In 2014, Lisa McIntyre received a Bank of America credit card offer, but the letter surprisingly addressed her as Lisa Blank McIntyre. Enter your lies now. All right, where's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. And somewhere out there, the real Lisa is a slut, is still waiting for her credit card. And that's it. Nobody else's lies got picked. All right, pick a category. Okay, here's the question. Argentine horned frog tadpoles have the unusual ability to blank. Type in your lies now. Okay, here are your choices. All right, who picked what? Well, you guys blew it. And now the soothing sounds of nature. And nobody fell for this one. Time to pick a category. Okay, here's the question. Dale Power wrote the how-to book, Fancy Blank to Make Yourself. Enter your lies now. Okay, which one's the truth? Let's see what everybody selected. Well, don't you feel foolish? And look at what we have left. One single, lonely, pitiful lie. Welcome to the final fibbage. This is your final question, and it's worth triple. It's anybody's game. Okay, here is your final fibbage question. The unusual things that reportedly rained down from the sky over Salta Province, Argentina on April 6th, 2007. Type in your lies now. Hurry up, use a suggestion if you can't think of it. All right, where's the truth? All right, let's see what everybody picked. Let me guess, the local weatherman didn't predict it. Typical. And that means some of these didn't get picked.